So let's walk around the vehicle, and I want to talk about that design. Come on,
Yeah,
we're going to bring you
course.
guys along with us, and we're going to talk a little bit about the design.
Yeah.
So one of the first things that I saw when I saw this vehicle earlier
Yeah.
today was the LED light display on here and how it curves up over the top. So tell us a little bit about the design inspiration.
Of course.
There's no other car in the market that does this with their design. So let's tell the audience a little bit about the front end design of the Hyundai Sonata.
Actually, if you take a look at previous and 2 generations ago, we actually have this chrome line from the belt line, from the diallo to all the way to the hood, which we call dynamic lasso. And we found out that has a very strong character.
The dynamic lasso comes down and it wraps around the entire vehicle. So you can see it wrap, it literally lassos the windshield.
Exactly. And this is a very unique signature for the car. We want to carry it on, but instead of just using cut and paste from the previous car, we want to add a special value to it. So we really like to highlight this by our DRL signature. And
Show me that.
Right here.
Yeah.
And this is actually, when car is off, it's a chrome line all the way to the front. But when car is on, it becomes a lighting signature. How we make it is actually chrome plated, and a laser, the burn, the backside of it, have a diameter of the circle start from 0.2 millimeter all the way opens up. So it has a really cool gradation effect all the way around the car. It's actually quite important part because when you have a car, you only see all the lines and everything just half of the day. The other half of the day is a nighttime, isn't it? So the light signature is so important. Light is something for me is the design for the future.
Now let's transition from some of the exterior design into how you integrated in your LiDAR and how you integrated in your features that have to do with safety on the front. It's very clean,
Yes.
yet it's bold and performance oriented. Tell me about the inspiration for the front end design from about the mid-grade of the line over. It's very bold.
It's a very bold and very clean, and it's really, really low. And actually, FF car, this height here is so important to challenge because this is the end of the engine. And the previous car is about 30 millimeter higher than this point. We pushed this area so a lot to have a really low and wide front. At the same time, when you sit in the driver's seat, it also secure a lot of visibility in front. And also, something that I'm very proud about this hood is that normally when you see most of the sedans, any cars, you always have this abrupt cut line in the middle of it.
Right.
This is actually because of the pedestrian protection law that we have to respect. But actually, why not? Cannot be challenged. Why not?
Right.
So we have a metal all the way to the leading edge of the grille, which is very unique challenge because in order to do this, we have to construct the whole bumper structure. Something that we are very, very proud to having metal all the way here, the unique bumper structure to cover, to protect this metal hood on the top of it.
Now to have and I want to slide around over here saying, come along guys, I want to show you this too. So in order to have a front hood that's aggressive like this, did you have to adjust the suspension?
Absolutely. This height is so important to get a right proportion. Even though this is a front-wheel drive car, this has a proportion of the rear-wheel drive car.
Yeah.
So imagine all the engineering challenges that they have to do.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of friends in the engineering department because of that reason, but we're all happy how the car turned out.
Well, it's because you're a designer. You're sketching it, and they're trying to, well, now find a way to build it, right? I want to walk around the side and give people kind of a side profile look and just kind of think about the exterior design as we make our way around to the back, and then I'd love to jump in the inside. You know, a lot of sedans, they start to rake down, and you carried this flow all the way to the back end. Tell me about that.
This is very unique, the part of this vehicle, make the car very, very, the performance car, rather sportier character than a typical family sedan character. It all comes from this beautiful C-pillar. It's actually a very nice, elegant roof line, come down all the way to the wing. So the car doesn't have a deck lid. Yeah, so typically you come down and straight to make a deck lid out of it. This makes the profile very unique and special around the vehicle. And obviously the C-pillar is very, very soft around it. a lot of depth in draw, so it's actually really, really deep. Almost you see in the
Yeah.
like exotic cars from like
Yeah.
the sports car
I,
character.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it reminds me of an Audi A7,
Yeah.
but that's a great performance car, and it
Yeah.
has those characteristics. Let's jump inside. Go around
Of
and jump
course,
in the front.
yeah.
I want to bring you guys along to the inside of this, so we can take a quick look on the inside. I'm going to have you guys slide in, and then I'm going to talk to them a little bit more. So let's talk a little bit. Let's go ahead and get inside. Saying up. Tell us a little bit about the interior. One thing that stands out to me quickly is that it's a minimalist interior. So many
Exactly.
cars have so many buttons. It's very clean.
That is very important part because when it comes down to interior design, interior is all about the passengers, drivers. They spend a lot of time. So I really want to actually give it a feeling of your being in your very special your own house. So almost like a living space feeling instead of a lot of sculptures going around. So it's actually very, very clean and very light IP. So it's not too heavy. It's a very open and all the way wrap around the car. So, and then having all the components, we execute it in a very minimalistic way. So the functionality is all there. And then we have a very nice, cool slim vent, which really reduce the height of the IP as well. And also the shifting by wire is a standard on this car. It's a very unique feature. And we create a lot of space around it. So usability is really, really good.
And one of the things we learned earlier today in your press conference is kind of the removal of the key fob. Although it still has a function, you now have a digital key that is based on your smartphone.
I think that is a very important part because the car in the future is becoming a smart device. And especially will lead by EV in the future quite strongly. And we actually have to kind of like prepare for the next step. And I think the smart key is a very, very important part to become a smart device. So actually the BlueLink app, and you can actually start, and you can pass your keys, and you can actually pull the car forward and backward. This is all focused on users. And you don't have to deal with you forget your keys at home, and you actually forget to give it to somebody. And it's actually, if you think about it, this is really makes sense, isn't it? And I'm so proud that we can offer this in this segment first time. So this is something is actually the quite important message. We want to actually have a Hyundai to become a front leader in this segment.
Sangup, you ready to go take a look at the venue?
Why not?
We're going to venture over to the venue. So one thing you guys will learn really fast is that with the launch of 6 vehicles last year,